We'll go chat. What's up, y'all? What is up, y'all? What's good with y'all, man? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How is y'all doing? Uh, brand new day. Spider-Man brand new day. Right here. How y'all doing, man? We got some things today, man. Where y'all at, bro? Where at, bro? 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 Where you guys at, bro? I'm waiting, bro. Come on, bro. Where y'all at, bro? Bro? Come on, bro. Sub for 2 months, Audible Premium. That's amazing. What's good, Apple Twitch? Are you Steve Jobs and Twitch combined? That's a good name, Apple Twitch. Thanks for the follow. What's good, man? How you doing? Good? That's good, man. I just started stream. We're gonna be watching some videos today. Germany. That's a nice. Guten Tag, right? And how to say Guten Tag? Or correct me if I'm wrong. Guten Tag it is. Multi-language right here. Guten Tag, right? Guten Tag. Guten Tag. That's all I know, dude. I saw it from a video even. It's okay. Yeah, that's good. We got some videos to watch. I was waiting for everyone to come through. And then we'll watch it together. How's it in Germany right now? Is it chill? Germany is also a place I do want to visit, Drink, eat the food there. Do want to try the food. Also the, what's it called? The beer. Might as well try the beer in Germany, right? That's like the main place. Gotta go for it, right? That's why. Bavaria? What the hell is that? Where is that? It's not from Germany? Hold up. A state. Oh, it's a state in Germany. Let me check that out. It's the largest southeast Germany state in South. Oh, it's in Munich. Munich? Damn. I haven't even drank beer like that though. Yeah, it's Munich. It's pretzels. Wieswurst. Interesting. Wieswurst and pretzels. Oh, there's a castle as well. That's really good. That's so cool. I do want to visit these places, man. Germany is lit. Oh, look, they do have the castle. That's amazing. I like that. Bavaria Castle. It looks like Dracula's castle. That's insane. Yeah, exactly that word, bro. I don't know how you. That's insane how you spell. That's insane. It's really good though. Oh, so B. So that is S double S. So Wieswurst. Oh, I'm learning language right now. That's good. So Brazil and Wieswurst. So that B equals double S. Oh, did not know that. You learn something new every day. Thanks for the information. Amazing. Yeah, sure. Send it to me. Worst. Try Google Translate. Is it sausage? It's a sausage? Oh, it's a sausage. Damn. I like sausage. Let me listen. Weisswurst. Oh, look, I'm being international now. Weisswurst. That's good. Weisswurst. I got it. Yeah, I'm German at this point now. Sheesh. I got it on the bag. Weisswurst. It's a white. It's white sausage is nice. Different sausages. That's. I mean, it shows it's the white one, so it's probably like iconic, right? And the pretzels as well. Pretzels and beer. Damn. Amazing. That's good. We like that. I do want to eat it. I do want to try every sausages there. A bit of a foodie here. You get me? Gotta eat everything. I'm not from USA. No, I'm not. I'm from Asia. Why? Why do you think I'm from USA, bro? The background is not USA-esque. Come on. The room is a bit too small. Asia is where we're from. Asia, Central Asia. That means like the China, like that area. China. China. So it's a completely different place. You get me? Yeah. That's why the houses are really quite small. It's not as good and big. I of course I played it when I was a little kid. Back when I was 12 years old, I would play it every day. 10, 9, you know. Lubu what was Lubu? Luopu. Luopu, what is that? What is that? Oh hell nah, bro. I don't even play that game. Never. Only Roblox. I've only played Roblox before, but not Chinese Roblox like that. You get me? That's why. All right. I think it's been enough chitter chattering. Let's watch a video. We got 3 videos to watch today. You get me? Let's watch it together. All right. I picked up some interesting videos for y'all. It's gonna be very interesting. I hope. It probably will be. What videos first? Let's watch. It's here. Humans are terrifying. This is the first video. Humans are terrifying. I know it sounds very crazy. Let's see why we're so scary, even though we're not the fastest or the strongest animals in the earth, right? We're not the fastest, we're not the largest, we're not the strongest. But apparently we're like scary. We're the most scariest ones, so let's see. Besides that, I think the most scariest animal would probably be, in my opinion, probably a killer whale. You know, a blue whale? No, not a blue whale. Like the orca, the white orcas. They're insane, bro. They'll come to you and they'll get you. If you've never seen that, good luck, but they are scary as hell. So yeah, let's watch how humans are terrifying. New word for lock in is zone in. So yeah, I made that it. The zone in. Yeah.
What makes humans terrifying? We're not the strongest or fastest animal, and we're definitely not the biggest. So what makes us scarier than anything in history? At first, I thought it was because we're smart, but after spending hours researching human nature and what humans have done, the horror of humans goes much deeper than I thought. Let's take ancient humans for example. Ancient humans used persistent hunting to tire their prey out over a long period of time, until they simply couldn't run away anymore. Just the fact that we have 2 legs alone makes us prime for running, but we also sweat a lot more than other animals, which cools our body significantly significantly, allowing us to run a lot further. Humans can eat just about anything for nutrients, but if we can't find food, that's okay as well, because the body will eat the fat inside itself to stay upright, to stay running at all costs. But what's sad is usually at the end of these hunts, it ends with an animal just straight giving up. When an animal simply can't cool down by sweating or efficiently run like humans can, they get tired and they eventually just stop and lay down, accepting that they have lost. This is horrifying. After the animal gives up, the human can simply just finish it off without a fight because
Damn.
the animal cannot move. The animal frantically tries to run away, but its legs fail them, and as the human gets closer, its fate is sealed. The human has won.
So judging by what he's saying right now, he's saying maybe our endurance is quite good. Maybe the best. That's why.
This absolute relentlessness that humans portray when they hunt is so terrifying to me. But humans aren't the only persistence hunters in the animal kingdom. However, our scariness goes far, far beyond persistent hunting, because hunting was important in ancient times. But now, we've brought humanity far past the times of fire and stones, and we've become very aware of the true atrocities of humankind. Humans have committed much of their own atrocities amongst themselves throughout history, in ways much more brutal than we could imagine. But will we ever fully unite, and if so, how terrifying can we be? In the case of an alien invasion, aliens might not be ready for the destruction that humans could inflict on them. Imagine coming to an alien world called Earth, and being attacked straight away by a horde of small running creatures that are somehow smart enough to inherit the planet they live on, and to have manipulated metal and chemicals into weapons of mass.
This is what I don't understand, bro. Like, even if we have all this technology and this power, right? What if aliens have like some anti-magnetic field, the ones you see in anime, you know, it blocks everything? This is useless. Then we're cooked. We're done. We're done. This doesn't matter. Like, even like I don't understand. I think he's trying to make it sound like humans are OP, but like aliens can be much more. You know, if the sky's the limit, yeah, the sky's the limit.
Destruction that can blow up entire lands of mass in seconds. And not only do humans manipulate things into weapons, our entire existence itself is owed to endurance and determination. When we have a sight in mind, we do not stop until that goal is accomplished. Our actual fighting capacities are barbaric. We can take extreme damage to our insides and lose half our blood and live on. But we also fight with such tenacity and endurance that might not even be conceivable to an alien species. That's a human for you. Purely brutish. But unfortunately, like I said, humans have, in their own special way, inflicted a lot of their own horrors on themselves. But what were the worst things humans have ever been through? Massive war crimes like the Holocaust and many other smaller overlooked events have shown just how messed up humans can be towards themselves. I mean, at a certain point, at some times, the biggest threat to humanity wasn't a massive asteroid or earthquake, but instead, well, ourselves. But our species has seriously endured unbelievable challenges. For example, in medieval times, the Black Death casually just killed off roughly half of all humans on Earth in just 5 years, which if you think about it is absolutely insane. Imagine living in that time where essentially everybody was dying. Other early human pandemics like the plague of Justinian during 541 CE killed roughly 30% of the population at that time. And there has been a plethora of other major extinction plagues throughout history, all of which we endured and survived. Things like the Black Death seriously threatened humanity as a species. If our ancestors didn't valiantly push through and survive these mass extinction events, we would not be here right now. But that's what makes us so scary, is the ability to come out and repopulate or remake what we lost after it's done, over and over again. But as I said, humans' biggest threat is unfortunately ourselves, as our differences in ideals and belief leads to the biggest conflicts in history, which leads to creating terrifying machines of destruction that lead to more casualties than should be humanely possible. And trust me when I say, humans just love creating machines of destruction. The Rods of God was a concept where we would launch 20 feet long massive rods of tungsten into orbit and drop them from space onto a target at a massive speed, forcing a collision that rivals the impact of nuclear bombs. I could only imagine seeing a massive tungsten bar falling from space towards me. And ridiculously enough, the concept was only dropped because it was too expensive and not practical, not because it was inhumane. We are great at destruction, and we actively try our hardest to protect from and destroy, well, each other.
I mean, there's also be a factor that we also destroy ourselves, you know. At this day and age is insane. But I mean, this video was 2 years ago, so yeah, I don't know if you're gonna pick on that topic.
Aliens would probably also realize just how fast humans have grown as a species. 200 years ago, humans didn't have railroads. 125 years ago, airplanes didn't exist either. 75 years ago, we didn't have spaceflight. 35 years ago, we didn't have the internet. We've already pretty much inherited the Earth, and next it will be the stars and whatever comes after that. And if anything tries to get in our way, we will annihilate them. Our technological growth is nothing to sneeze at, because it's only growing more and more as time passes. AI is now growing at exponential rates. Spaceflight is resuming soon, and medical technology is so good we've increased our lifespan by almost 50 years since ancient times. Our growth is insane. While we might have the technology to drop asteroid-like attacks on ourselves, what happens when something like an asteroid really does come attacking Earth? Well, fear not, because we somehow have that covered as well. Astonishingly, NASA just accomplished what I believe to be the most insane thing in a long time. I mean, I was seriously baffled when I saw this. The first ever successful attempt at combating potentially dangerous asteroids was succeeded by NASA's DART mission in 2022, when
What?
NASA intentionally slammed a spacecraft into an asteroid as humanity's first planetary test of defense.
Damn. Just like that.
The asteroid Dimorphos was roughly 6.8 million miles away from Earth at the time, and the spacecraft hit the asteroid at 13,000 miles per hour upon collision. The crater left on the asteroid in mid-space was about 33 feet across, and we, as humans, successfully directed an asteroid orbit period by an entire 32 minutes. We shot something across the vast nothingness of space and altered an asteroid mid-orbit.
Damn.
That is confounding.
That is insane.
Space is such an invisible boundary for humans. Its sheer vastness and emptiness is something that I actually made a whole video on. But slowly, surely, us humans are poking at the veil. We are held back by a glass ceiling that is space travel. One day, we might even be able to make it to another planet or another star, because we are so mortifyingly growing that our potential will shatter the glass ceiling without looking back. And once this happens, the universe will truly be afraid of our potential. But I've been holding back on talking about one specific thing because it truly is the most terrifying thing about humans. And that one thing is our curiosity, our unwavering desire to explore pretty much anything. We want to conquer everything that we don't already have possession of. We want to conquer mountains so we can climb every one that looks impossible, and some of us die in the process simply for the sake of doing it. We travel to space because we feel claustrophobic on the already massive Earth and want more to conquer, explore, and experience. We find every nook and cranny of every possible spot that we can so we know we're not missing out, and we love every second doing it. If I were an alien that came to Earth, I would be afraid, as humans would likely uncover me by accident and find me interesting and take me in for human investigation. The human is a capsule of creativity, a capsule of spirit and courage, and we leave our mark in every possible way we can for the people that will be here after we
We're watching Humans Are Terrifying. You're out of luck, because it's almost finished.
are gone, because we feel that it is important to say hello. And we will continue to explore and conquer until we have fully, and I mean fully, exhausted every last urge to conquer in our DNA. And until then, whatever stands in our way will either have to move aside or be annihilated. And we do this all under the conception that we have no idea why we are on a rock in the middle of space with a conscious mind. We were plopped onto this space rock and took control of it in a blink of an eye. We pushed forward in the name of our biology and as the only animal capable of self-reflection and complex consciousness. But with this consciousness, we are cursed by our own minds to be forced against the unknown universe. Humans aren't just terrifying. We are lonely and terrified. We are forced against the scary void of the unknown world and the universe as we try to survive every day. We have every right to be afraid of the universe and want to give up.
What do I do it during the daytime? I always stream at night. Daytime, I go to gym. I edit my videos. I edit the reels. I create clips. Since I upload 4 times a week, four times a day in a week, so I need to get the videos prepared, right? Clipping, and then I just enjoy my time. That's it. I don't go to that gym.
So then why do we continue no matter what? Why do we somehow pull through the most dire circumstances? I'll say it again.
Well, right now it's let me check. 10:28. So yeah. 10:28 p.m. by the way, p.m. I always stream at night for me. So yeah, during it's either 9, 8:30 to 11. That's my range of streaming time. Oh wait, my bad. I can't read. I can't see. Yeah, it's 10:07, 10:07, 10:07 p.m. My bad.
And again, because us humans are persistent. We are absurd and we are great. We persevere even in the face of the terrifying and unknown universe. In the face of absurdity, in the face of the unknown, we continue to strive and proceed to push forward regardless of the outcome. Because we are relentless and we are terrifying. O universe tremble, for Mother Earth has birthed an unforgiving force, and it looks upon you wanting. We are matter that decided to wake up one day. We are significant and beautiful that no matter what stands in our way, we shall push forward in the name of humanity, to write one more story in the seemingly pointless tale of history. We will continue to breathe our breaths and become a force so reckoning that not even the Mother Universe could hold a candle to our grit. We will forge a new path throughout time and mark the name Homo sapien deep within the cosmos as a crucial point in history. As a species so terrifying that we forced our way through catastrophe, and arose so valiantly we cried aloud with passion and determination. Humans
Yeah, Apple Twitch from Germany, bro. Loki cool. Guten Tag.
are terrifying.
What a lit video, bro. Humans are indeed terrifying. We literally self-sabotage. Plus, we're so curious. It's two sides of the coin, man. It's either we, sabotage ourselves, or we become better than everyone else. Not I to win humans after seeing literally anything. Exactly. That's the energy that humans have, bro. I'm telling you right now. How did you stumble across this Twitch account? That's actually a very good question. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet of you. They'll be ASOG. I mean, like, to be honest, like big channels, they don't even, because they don't really talk to small. I mean, they don't read chat as much. If let's say if you have like 1,000, like 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 3,000s and above, they don't read you, bro. They don't read the chat. But then people who have less than 1,000, they can read the chat. It's readable, I would say. If you want to be like one, if the people who are like 3,000 viewers or 1,000 above, they want to read chat, they got to keep it on sub only or something, or they can't read it. And that's my plan in the future. Once I do get big, I'm gonna keep it in sub only so I can at least talk normally. You get me? That's the plan. Like, you know, because if I can't read chat, then I feel like I'm not streaming. I'm like, there's too much things going on. Overstimulated. I like reading. That's why. It is reasonable though, because some people they want to talk with the streamer, right? That's why. It's like prime. Oh, my back hurts. It's itchy. All right, there's two videos I can give you guys right now. There's a short one, which is 8 minutes and 47 seconds, or there's a long one, which is 30 minutes. You guys choose. What do you guys say? Long or short? Long or short, chat? Long or short? Short? Oh, okay. All right, bud. All right. Is that even? It's just. Oh yeah. It's 8 minutes. 8 minutes is quite short. And then there's another that's 11. Oh yeah. We got quite a few short ones. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go. Let's watch it. There's another video right now. We got. Why is it? Okay. I was about to say. I thought it was tripping. Yeah, we have right there. Join through. Come through. Just press to say Discord, and you're already joining the server. Yeah, you got it. Just like click the links and everything. Yeah, try it. It's good. It's good. It's good. Oh, 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 oh. All right, we got another video ready for us. Short one. these videos, it just seems so interesting. It catches my eye every time. You know, I watch these videos. It just catches me. Of course, I gotta keep finding more videos. You'll be right back. All right, come quick, come quick. Let's watch this video. How different are our inner monologues? I don't know if you guys have inner monologues, but yo, I have insane inner monologues. Like it is. This is like it's just stupid. You know, the inner monologues that I have. The amount of inner monologue, like whenever I do something, I just think. Let's just say I do something stupid. I'm just like, why did I do that? Like, what an idiot. What is this guy doing? You know, I have 1% ego charge. And I'm just like, sometimes whenever I don't know if you guys do this, but whenever you're in a social situation where you don't know the person, I low key, like, after I talk to them, I rate my performance. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I rate my performance of how I do when I talk to them. You get me? I don't even know, dude. It's kind of weird. Why is LeBron James swearing at me? He's so random. But yeah, like every time when I've talked with people I don't know, like maybe the conversation is too dragged out, then I low key rate myself of how I talk. You know, like sometimes when I talk to some random guy in the street, then or someone in the gym, it's like small talk. I talk to him and he's just like, after I talk, I think to myself, oh, low key, like what performance I did, bro. That's like a 4 out of 10. I could have done this work. I could have done that. Madness. Why are you guys the colors changing in my POV? Is interesting. Monologue basically means I don't know, dude. It's like speaking from third person, you know? So let's just say right now, if you drink water, like right now it's like this. I'm drinking water right now, right? And then I'm thinking he's drinking water. That's called monologue. Stop changing. How? When I meet new people, I scream their name in my mind the whole time. I mean, depends if you can know the people's name, remember people's name. Some people they don't really like remember people's name, right? I remember the people's name. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how LeBron James is changing his color, bro. Click on the left of the message input box. What? Insanity. What does that even? What does that mean? How are you doing this? That you messed up is orange. Oh, my real name. I'm not gonna disclose. Oh, okay. This is insane. How am I getting leaked? This is government information, dude. Insanity right here. I'm cooked. I'm cooked. The government information. I don't even know. I don't know how he has my real name. I thought it was Peter. Why would my name be a Peter? That's the most like English normal name ever. Do you know him? Like, I don't know LeBron James, but I don't. Apparently, LeBron James knows me. I guess. I mean, LeBron James is alright. He's quite a good basketball player, but yeah, exactly. I don't even know how he. I don't know how LeBron knows me. It's insane how he's talking to me like this, dude. He went to Singapore in 2017, I think. Dude, you know too much about me. This guy's a criminal. Ban him. Ban him. Ban him. He should be banned. He should be banned. He should be banned. All right, let's get to the video, bro. Enough backtracking. But yeah, let's continue. Let's watch. Let's watch. Gotta lock in. Zone in chat. New word made. Lock in is zone in. So zone in, zone in, zone in, zone in, zone in, zone in. Let's go.
Percent of waking hours is spent thinking about what isn't going on. Meaning, for almost half of your existence, you're living in your own mind. And that's not great, since it could be the reason you feel down a lot of the time. Your mind generates somewhere between 6,000 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Tiny flashes, fragments and impulses, most of which appear and disappear without you ever noticing. But inside that private space,
I saw something as like I don't know if it's real. Like they said, like I something where it said like AI is taking this much power to generate so much thought, but then our minds is as strong as AI, but it takes like very less power to think of that thought or something. I don't know. And it's like our brains is located is better than AI, you know?
only about 1 to 2/5 of your thoughts show up as words, or as an internal conversation, or a narration you hear.
Exactly. I have that. I have internal like anything I do is like I'm narrating my thoughts like some anime or something. Like I think I'm an anime character, you know, like I drink my water, he's like, oh, this boy is drinking water. Look at him. Or something like that. Like it's just low-key cringe, but I know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. And then whenever I talk to random people, I get like I rate like I just my alter ego rates myself, you know, like, oh, this guy, oh, you talk to him like a 3 out of 10, dude. Like, what are you doing, you know?
The rest is just a mix of images, audio cues, flashes of memory, feelings, gut pulls, and half-formed ideas that you understand without ever saying them. And that's assuming you're even in the 30 to 50% of people who report having an inner voice at all. Granted, most of these numbers are self-reported, since we're yet to find a perfect scientific way to measure qualia, or someone's private experience.
Qualia.
Still, it's safe to say to measure qualia, or someone's private
Chat. Last time we had a word of the day, it was patina. Today this is the word of the day, bro. Qualia. The what is like character of mental states, the way it feels to have mental states such as pain, seeing red, smelling a rose, etc. Word of the day. You get smarter every time watching me, bro. Quit your schools, watch A Sucks.
experience. Still, it's safe to say, inner monologues and the many ways people think are far too strange, too diverse, and too fascinating to not talk about. And yet, we all just assume everyone else's inner world works like ours. It doesn't, at all. Because there isn't one default setting for thinking. There are 5 entirely different ways that people can think. Some people, about 40%, have internal voices, which are like constant dialogues or conversations going on with themselves in their head. They talk to themselves, argue with themselves, rehearse conversations they might never have, and for them, silence isn't real silence. It's just the moment that voice speaks. So if they'd lost their keys and they go looking for them, their mind goes, did I leave them on the table? Maybe in my jacket? Maybe I dropped them in the car? That kind of inner speech shows up in about 20 to 30% of thoughts on average. The variation is wild. Some people use it more than 70% of the time, others almost never do. Then, around 50% of people are visual thinkers. These people don't talk to themselves. They mostly see things, meaning instead of saying, "Where are my keys?" they get a mental snapshot of the last place they remember having them, without any words associated. Maybe even picture their keys in each place they think of looking into. Other people, or about 20%, only think in feelings, so their thoughts are more like emotional responses. Their thoughts show up as emotional pulls, moods, or body-level sensations. Looking for keys becomes a tiny...
Well, like even if you heard in Roblox, I feel like most games has it. Cause like example, when you play a game and someone narrates something, that's called a monologue. You know, it's like narrating monologue, something like that. It's similar. It's similar. That's why.
jolt of panic, then a feeling that points them toward the bedroom or toward their bag. Like their emotions guide the search before their mind explains it. Another 20% of people say it's common for their thoughts to be more like senses. This means when they try to remember their keys, they might mentally feel the motion of putting them in a coat pocket or remember the sound of them hitting a surface. Lastly, and maybe the most misunderstood group, which is surprisingly not that small, are the ones that have no audio or visual association with their thoughts whatsoever. These are people who report not experiencing any kind of inner thoughts the way the rest of us do. Now you might have noticed that these percentages don't quite add up to an exact 100. That's firstly because this is still a self-reported topic, meaning the values shouldn't be taken as exact, but also because most people are a blend of more than one style. You could talk to yourself internally and still visualize things clearly. You could think mostly in concepts, but get emotional signals when something demands it. The mind isn't locked into one format. It's fluid, layered, inconsistent in the most human way. And even within one category, people exist on different levels. A verbal thinker could have full discussions with themselves, sometimes even say stuff out loud, while another hears just fragments of phrases. A visual thinker might see crisp, detailed scenes, while someone else only gets faint silhouettes. A well-known example of this difference is something called the apple test. If I ask you to close your eyes and picture an apple and then describe what you saw in a comment, you'll notice the results scatter everywhere. Some of you will see it like it's physically there, with perfect textures, shadows and highlights. Some could even rotate it, move it around. Some wouldn't even need to close their eyes. They could
Bro, I did not think of any of these options, dude. I just thought of an apple, like the one he showed before.
do it that easily. Others would get a dim impression, like a low-resolution image. Some only see the word apple, or the idea of one, with no picture at all. And a small portion of people, or apparently 0.8% of you, will see absolutely nothing, a complete absence of imagery. And that's aphantasia, or the inability to form mental images. And what's crazy is that people with aphantasia often don't realise they're different until their 20s or 30s. They hear people say, "picture this," and think it's just a figure of speech. When they find out other people actually see images, their whole understanding of reality shifts. Temple Grandin, the famous animal scientist with autism, is on the opposite end. She's a hyperphantasic visual thinker, meaning she's able to have exceptionally vivid mental imagery to the point where it can seem as real as actual sight. She said trying to understand word-based thinkers feels like trying to understand aliens. This is why communication is harder than we think. You might describe something with words, but the person listening might think in pictures. You might give someone directions verbally while their brain wants a map. Teachers explain concepts linearly, while some students only understand them spatially. We think we're speaking the same language, but sometimes we're not even using.
This bro's gonna get rejected, bro. Look at him. Oh, he just subscribed. Oh, thank you, 197. Oh my god, we're gonna reach 200. We're gonna reach 200. We're gonna reach 200. 3 more for 200. Thanks. Thanks for subscribing, Apple Twitch. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, every week. So yeah, stay tuned. All these videos are gonna get uploaded to YouTube. Yes, sir. We like that.
the same operating
Tell your friends and family about me as well. Spread the word.
system. And the differences don't stop at how we think. It shows in all the weird little things we always could do without really noticing, although they're kind of insane if you think about them, like how almost 80% of us can replay music internally almost perfectly, and how few of us could even hear it so vivid that it's nearly indistinguishable from actual sound. Another thing is how you can talk to yourself in your head in voices you can't even do in real life. Every pitch, no matter how deep or high, accents or tones, are all almost natural to do inside. You could probably even perfectly mimic every person and character you could think of, even if it's a voice you physically can't produce. It feels like voice acting if you had no limits to what you can do. And this is something over half of us experience. Some people can also feel sensations just by thinking about them. If they think about cold metal, they get a tiny chill on their
Oh
fingertips.
yeah, I do that. Yeah.
If they imagine
that's
running
me.
their hand along velvet, they get a faint texture sensation. If they see pain, they often can't stand looking because to some level they feel it too. This shows up
No, subscribe to YouTube channel. LeBron.
in around 15% of people. And interestingly, those who report this kind of sensory imagination tend to score higher on measures of effective empathy, the kind of empathy that lets you feel what others feel. And if your mind still isn't impressing you enough, you could even train it to use something called the loci method, or a memory palace.
The low
It's
side
basically
method.
turning information into a route you walk through in your head. You take a place you already know, like the layout of your apartment, and you assign each object or corner to a piece of information you want to remember. It's the standard tool used by competitive memory athletes, not because they're born different, but because this one technique works insanely well. In studies where regular people are taught the method, their recall often jumps to several times higher than before, sometimes 5 to 10 times the amount they could remember with repetition alone. And even though it's that effective, barely anyone uses it. And this is why people with visual thinking are usually better at memorizing, sometimes even having photographic memory.
That
although
is
some
true.
consider it a myth.
I do like remember some things way better, like in like a photograph. You get me?
That doesn't mean people with strong inner voices are any less fascinating. They usually have an edge when it comes to planning, problem solving and rehearsing, since they silently talk all the time. But that same skill makes them more prone to looping thoughts. And proof is, overthinking shows up more often in people who rely heavily on verbal thinking. And all of this goes to show how the way you experience consciousness, a particular mix of voices, images, feelings and silence in your head, is completely unique to you. Nobody will ever know what your mind actually looks or sounds or feels like, and you'll never truly know theirs. You can describe it, you can approximate, but the lived experience is forever yours alone, because every person you meet is in a way living in a completely different universe than you. Their internal reality is fundamentally different from yours. The only life you truly live isn't the one people see from the outside, it's the one inside your head. And it's really humbling to notice that everyone passing you in the street every day has a whole life going on, as special and full as yours. But that's a topic for another video.
Why that looks so scary? The lost art of trying. Oh wow, this guy makes some bangers. Let's see the comments, bro. Bold of you to assume that I think. It's all in your head. Well, yeah, I live there. My internal monologue abuses me. That's true. That's me, bro. The internal monologue abuses me all the time, man. I can't even do much about it, gang. Like, it's insane. It's just insane. Oh. That was a good video. That was amazing. I like that. It was a good video. I got another video. This video is gonna be a bit more lighthearted. You know, because we had a lot of thinking videos, right? Like very deep meaning videos. We had to focus a bit, but now this one is something that relates to us a bit. So yeah, let's watch it. Let's get it. But it's one last one, and we're gonna end it off. One last one. TikTok has destroyed slang. It's made by Tommy. Tommy NFG makes like lit videos, bro. I'm telling you. He's like insane. He's a really funny guy. TikTok has destroyed slang. That is kind of true. I mean, like, didn't like we change from game to Riz and so much like tung 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 sahur triple T's is insane. Can you ever play a game again like Minecraft, Loblaw? Of course, those games are always replayable. Minecraft especially. You know, like triple T's, Riz is also one. Even me, I'm making my own. Like, let's just say, zone in. You know, low key becoming loke, or like low genuinely. Like so much slangs, dude. I'm not in China. I'm around that area, but I'm not in it. I'm just saying like Central Asia. Let's watch the video. Let's zone in now.
Slang has existed as long as the human language was made itself. And slang is so weird because it's really dependent on the environment you grew up in, and some people there may only understand it. Like in America, you can have one part of the country say a slang completely different from another. Even internationally, it's crazy different. Like, did y'all know in some parts of Asia, if you put your pinky in your nose, it's a crazy slur? Do not do it and post that shit online because it won't end well. And also,
I don't know.
I completely made that up. Maybe don't be as gullible, dumbass. But out of all social media apps, I feel like we can crown TikTok as the one that's popularized the most slang.
Like some places have some different rules. Like example, doing peace signs in some countries is like illegal. Not illegal, but it's like very disrespectful. Like peace, you know, like something like that. That's apparently is like crazy offensive. So I don't even know why picking nose is offensive. It's Very interesting.
Before that, I would say Vine had the most, but comparing Vine slang to TikTok is like comparing Mike Tyson versus a stuffed bunny. Vine was literally cooking up dog shit phrases that did not age well. When's the last time you heard someone say yeet or the last time you heard someone say YOLO? I fully blame Vine for millennials being eternally stuck in 2016 humor. It seems like every month we get a brand new slang set that becomes popularized off TikTok. Some manage to survive and be used on forever. Other ones, not so much.
Hey, yo!
Nah, that's us, bro.
That's a crazy bar.
Wait, that's Riz?
That's a crazy
Riz?
bar.
Bro, that's Riz, but that's like sussy Riz.
Okay, you know, I feel like the one slang that is quite good, I would say, is probably Riz. Riz is quite good. Like, game is old. Riz is like a bit new gen. It's quite good, Riz. Sus is like, those are weird, bro. No, I'll lie. Riz, we keep that. We keep Riz.
That video was the final nail in the coffin for Riz. But nowadays on TikTok, and since TikTok got invented, it seems like whenever a new slang pops up, it gets utterly destroyed in less than a month and thrown in the graveyard. And there's a couple of reasons why. One being people who use it completely wrong. It's basically guaranteed now that whenever a slang pops off, people out there are gonna use it in the worst god-awful ways possible. It only started getting made fun of recently. An example is when people were saying stuff like,
Ah, man, let's go race up those W jets. Why is Brother Unk crashing out of
Get became such a word that got removed. I don't know anyone who uses get nowadays, bro. Like, that word probably died. Gang, I'm letting you know that right now.
losing his aura?
just saying bullshit and trying to keep up with the times. Seeing people say stuff like that might be worse than when an old person tries to use young slang. And since TikTok is so big, it overexposes the slang so much, people get tired of it. There's also a big argument of people saying TikTok slang shouldn't even be called that because it's completely ripped off. Most TikTok slang that becomes big comes from AAVE, aka African American Vernacular. I don't think I have to really explain it by now. It's pretty much slang used in black communities around the US. And if you're black or grew up around black communities, you probably already grew up hearing these TikTok slang words. So when people who didn't grow up with using the words start trying to, it could sometimes end up coming off as, how do I explain it?
A complete abomination of a sentence.
Why did this TSR shit PMO? Is it not clocking that I'm hooting and hollering at you, gang?
I don't
Twin,
understand.
do you hear me? Twin, you finna look like a YN crash out with those dreads? Like you finna blow my back out or something. Like, take it off.
If you look in any YouTube Shorts comment section, you'll pretty much get jump scared by this. Now, this isn't to say you gotta be black to use these words. I don't think that's the main argument from people. It's the fact that people who have no clue what they mean start spamming it and it ruins the whole
Exactly.
slang eventually. A good
From everything that they say, I'd probably only say gang. That's all I said, gang. Like that's all I'd be saying, gang. Glazing is also not that bad. Glazing, Riz, gang is the ones I use.
example is glazing. Glazing was mainly used in places like Philly and New York, but then when Kai Cenat started saying it on stream, it started to become more mainstream and
Also, I don't understand people who use, slang that doesn't make any sense, like TS and PMO. Like, how can you use it in real life? You can't, can you be like, TS making me mad as hell? Like, that sounds weird, dude. Just speak English. Why you like cutting it up, gang? It doesn't add up to any sentence or anything. Just saying TS, PMO, like, I don't understand,
everyone started using it. At first, it was actually used for people who were glazing and overly dick riding someone or something. Not too long after it became mainstream, people started calling you praising anything glazing, to the point where the word lost all meaning. Even now, when someone decides to give credit or say they were inspired by someone, people immediately spam in their comments
Saying, why you glazing so hard?
like you literally cannot say you like anything online without someone saying you're glazing. Same thing with corny as well. TikTok has turned corny into a word that's just weaponized on anyone trying to be different. It's not like there aren't people or things that are actually corny and not funny, but if you post, let's say you listening to maybe a more niche artist or playing a more niche game, if it's slightly out of the mainstream public opinion, they'll call it corny. And people are picking up on it now, saying Gen Z has gotta stop spamming everything as corny, because you may not think it, but it truly shapes public opinion and makes everybody be a shell of themselves. Even not counting corny, our generation definitely has an overall image problem problem that links to this. It's like at the club how people don't want to go to dance anymore because they don't want to be caught, so they just sit in the corner filming selfie videos and drinking. Also, TikTok has a problem with slang being absolutely stretched to the max. I don't know how it happens or who starts it, but certain words get turned into a complete different meaning off people using it so wrong. A good example is POV. POV originally meant and still means the camera showing a person's view from their point of view. A good example being any Meta Glasses video. People on TikTok use POV for any scenario that happens though. It'll be a random ass scenario or script and they throw POV in front of it. You gotta think of it, a couple people using a word wrong has completely altered the way people use it.
That is kind of true. We are using the word wrong, but it altered everything. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a victim to this as well, bro. I love this POV like videos. I also make the reels about them.
It on social media. That's crazy when you think about it, and it also shows how dumb we are because nobody says anything about it. Or when people say TS. All TS means is this shit, which you would think everyone should know by now considering how much it's used and how many people say it in comment sections. But no, there's still people who use it completely wrong and don't get the meaning. A lot of times the people who use it wrong think it means this. You can logically look at it and realize there's two separate letters. Why would people shorten the word this? And people were trying to spread around that it meant this as hard as possible, to the point where that itself became a meme. It's not that hard to research the meaning of a slang before saying it. I think this was the first time people really started recognizing how a slang changes directly in our faces, because people were going in comment sections acting like experts when it was their first time using it. Another thing that destroys slang is when brands get involved in it. And if we're being honest, also for any type of meme or joke they do on the internet. Every time a big brand uses a meme, everyone spams jokes over in the comments. Then after that, I swear, it's like a light switch flips. The whole meme disappears. Now that brands have learned to hire younger employees to run social media pages, it has gotten a bit better compared to the past. But no matter what, it's the aspect of a giant brand saying something like, "Hey guys, we sure cooked on this one," that just doesn't hit. The main reason is because we know they're doing it to keep their name relevant, and it's also a tactic to promote it to the youth, which everyone recognizes. I can't blame them in a way for trying, because it's better off than not being on social media. But no matter what, everyone recognizes why you're here. The only time I would say this has worked in recent times is the whole McDonald's CEO burger meme, where all the CEOs recorded themselves eating their food to mock him.
Absolutely wonderful. That's a burger.
Wow.
Not bad.
Out of all these videos, I ain't see the Arby's CEO eating his food is all I'm saying. What a lot of these brands also do now is they hire people to comment under videos. It could be simply a meme or something dealing with them. And since they comment with verified badges, their comments get pushed up to be seen first. People joke about it now, saying comment sections are now getting invaded by capitalism. And they really be thinking we be dying laughing behind the screen seeing the comments. This TikTok is a perfect recreation.
Okay, he ate with that. Investing at 50 likes.
I built this brick by brick.
Funny thing is, with this TikTok, the whole comment section got flooded with brands commenting. The problem with brands became that too many were doing it. Before, it would be some here and there doing it and cracking jokes. The best time I would say was when Wendy's back in 2017 was roasting people. Whoever came up with the idea to take the Wendy's Twitter account and have it unleash on anyone talking was a genius. At the time, no one had seen something like this before, and that's why it worked so well. People genuinely at the time were scared to tweet at Wendy's because they wouldn't hold back, telling people to find new
Wait, Wendy's, my friend, wanted to go to McDonald's. What should I tell him? Find new friends. Oh my god, he's going crazy.
friends, roasting other fast food brands.
Oh no, I need to see
They
more.
wouldn't hold back, telling people to find new friends, roasting
When Black Friday, need copy and link. When the tweets are as broken as the ice cream machine. Oh my god, they're murderers, killers.
other fast food brands. I wouldn't be surprised if all the memes from this bring hella people back to Wendy's. Now this type of come up couldn't happen with a brand. It's too played out. It would just be them trying to rip off some slang from TikTok and coming off as cringe. Also,
I do want to try Wendy's though.
Because new slang words are dropping every month, a lot of people, even in Gen Z, are saying they're getting too old to keep up with this. Saying they got too old, they have to search up what the slang words mean. And I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely had to do this before. I guess at the ripe old age of 23, it's time for me to retire soon. Some of the slang words, though, are more of a TikTok thing compared to social media. If you mentioned it outside the app, people would look with the most confused face. One of them for me was LARPing. It seemed like the word came out of nowhere. All I remember is one day people started randomly spamming "I'm LARPing this and that" in my Twitch chat. And now with LARPing, it's another one of those words that's been run dry. You show any type of hobby you have and is gonna spam that you're LARPing it. There's literally creators on TikTok that break down new slang terms for people that don't understand. Most of the time, it's probably millennials or older people watching it. I couldn't imagine being a teacher and the kids in my class are spamming some new random shit on the daily while I have zero clue what it means. They must have felt like they were in a psychosis when kids started yelling 6, 7, and
I'm not gonna do it, chat. I'm not gonna do it.
class. Overall, after saying all this, I still think TikTok has had the best slang come out. Maybe in 10 years we look
It
back
is,
like
yeah.
we do with Vine now and say it was cringe. Only time will tell. The only thing I ask y'all is to please use any type of slang, right? Or just Google search what it means, because I can't deal with this anymore. Follow me on Twitter and
Like, there's so many slang that are not good, but there's also a lot of slang that are quite good. You know, it goes both ways. Lit video by him, bro. You know, slang is dead when your classmates start yelling it out. He didn't cook with that, bro. Wait, I'm gonna try only speaking in slang in these comments, like replying to them. You know, a slang is dead when your classmates start yelling it out. This TS is PMO. All right, bro. I've had enough. I'm too old for this. I'm pushing 30, and I'm doing this. Is mad, insanity. Oh wow, that's good. Feels good to be young. I'm pushing 30, so yeah, I can't be doing 6, 7, and all that. You know, I gotta be a normal guy. You get me? Ugh. Or else I'll be cooked out here. That's why. And Primus said, "Oh," when Wendy's came up, because I know what Primus is gonna do, bro. And of course, in school they're probably gonna spam it, dude. They're probably gonna spam them the 6, 7 meme. There we go. I was about to go crazy, but yeah, I had to normally say it, you know. But I feel like as soon it's gonna die. So yeah, you don't have to worry about it. It's good. Yeah, same here. I'm not anti 6, 7, but I'm like 6, 7 is normal. I try to just go with it. You get me? That's why. Hey. Anyways, chat. Anyways, it was lit. 3 videos today we watched. I don't know if you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow we're gonna play God of War. I got another horror game coming up. We're gonna play that at Monday. We're gonna play it on Monday. Yeah, today we watched 3 videos, 2 serious videos and 1 goofy video. Tomorrow God of War day, and we'll play a horror game at Monday, which I got. It's quite scary. And then at Sunday we're gonna watch some more videos. I'll pick some videos up. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna play some God of War. Y'all better come through for that. And hey, thanks for y'all coming in. And I'll see you in the next one, man. Take care. Enjoy your guys' day. And remember, tell your friends and family about me. Subscribe in all digital platforms. Follow, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one, man.